It's Wednesday, hump day, yay! We're halfway through the week and oh my gosh, I feel great. Another good night of sleep. I did sleep a little bit late this morning. The covers were holding me for ransom. They were. But I made it out alive. So here I am. Yay! Still haven't had my coffee yet and I really need a cup. But anyway, whenever I got home yesterday, I generally like to get home and do a couple of chores, and maybe relax a little bit. But I walked past my garden and yes, this past summer I wanted to create a little bit of an edible landscape. Well, that didn't necessarily come to fruition the way that I wanted it to. The sun really decimated my garden this year and I've talked about that before. So again, if we can find anything that can help me grow a garden in this terrible plot of land, that would be fantastic. But so I decided, you know what? It is beautiful outside. And I got my little gardening clothes on and I went outside and I started pulling all the stuff up and dead stuff. And I discovered on my bell peppers a plant that was black everywhere from being dead and burned by the sun. There were some new little twigs growing in there, new little portions of the bell peppers. So I cut all the other yucky off and I looked down in there where I could see it really well, and there was a couple of baby bell peppers and I was so excited. It's like regenerating itself. So anyway, everything that I found, all the peppers that had dried out and were yucky, or the tomatoes that were just disgusting, I planted them down into the ground, reworked the soil a little bit, and I don't know, maybe I'll have some baby born plants. I don't know. Something's going to happen great. I just know it is because it was awful this summer. I put so much work into it and it came out with nothing. Anyway, whenever I was finishing up in the garden, Jamarcus and Tristan were in the house and Madison was in her room doing her, doing her homework and stuff. But I walk in through the kitchen and I hear something in the garage and I go out there, go to open the garage door, and who do I see but Jamarcus walking out with a couple of shovels over his shoulder. I'm like, "What you doing, son?" He's like, "You'll see." And I stopped. I didn't ask any more questions. I was like, okay, have fun. So he and Tristan are out in the backyard, and about 30 minutes later he comes out to get me, and they're like, "Mom, you got to come out to the backyard." And I'm like, okay. So I went out to the backyard and they had dug a fire pit. Now, I had a fire table that the legs had broken off of, and it was a nice one to begin with, but the legs won't stay on this thing. So anyway, they dug a hole in the ground and they put the fire pit, or the fire table, down into the ground. It came out perfect, beautiful, loved it. They got all the twigs and stuff from the couple of trees that we had trimmed, got those and started cutting them into little pieces, and built a fire. And they put all the furniture, the lawn furniture, around the little fire pit, and it was beautiful. It was so needed. Anyway, I don't know if your kids do things like that. Sometimes you just got to let them go and kind of discover what they discover after the fact, which is really fun. And in this case, it was such a benefit. So that was great. I really, really enjoyed my fire pit. And I just wanted to say thank you to Tristan and Jamarcus. And they sat out there, they roasted marshmallows and ate s'mores without the chocolate, though. They never did go to the store and get the chocolate, but that's okay. They may have actually went to bed on time because they didn't get all jacked up on chocolate. Anyway, if you've ever had your kids surprise you with something so wonderful that the children can actually enjoy with you and we can enjoy with friends to come, let me know. Post below. Y'all have a great day. Bye, guys.